Welcome back. A Chinese battery company and Michigan-based startup will open separate new electric vehicle battery plants worth a combined $4 billion in Michigan. So why are we letting Chinese companies build in America? Let's ask Tudor Dixon, former Michigan gubernatorial candidate. Good morning. So we were talking about this in the commercial break, and I'm trying to make sure I have this right. These are two separate plants, but essentially China is involved in both. And Michigan, with Governor Gretchen Whitmer, is also funding both.
Right. We want to, here in Michigan, we want to get rid of these Chinese corporations, but Michigan's state government, Gretchen Whitmer, has decided to make Michigan the epicenter of Chinese activity in the United States. So like you said, there are two factories that are coming to Michigan. One is potentially coming. The other one, we've already committed $715 million taxpayer dollars to this Chinese corporation. And that's what's so upsetting to the people here in Michigan, and should be upsetting to the people across the country, is that we are taking taxpayer dollars and under a secrecy agreement, giving these taxpayer dollars to a Chinese corporation to come into the center of the country, but really the center of North America. And we should all be concerned about this when we see these surveillance balloons flying over the United States. Now we're shooting more objects out over Alaska, saying what could possibly be coming into the United States. You talk about having an epicenter for Chinese corporations right in the center of North America, between Canada, between the United States. This is dangerous.
You know, some of this is in part due to legislation that Congress passed last year. We actually had the CHIPS Act go through. Some of the Inflation Reduction Act was actually Green New Deal stuff. And so what they're saying is this is how we bring the American supply chain home. So we're going to make batteries in the United States. But does that really do what Congress said it was doing if China is the one doing it?
No, it's very sneaky. And I think that people in the United States are being romanced by this idea of these are jobs. We need jobs. And that's something that we've seen politicians run on for years. Jobs, jobs, jobs. But I heard Governor Youngkin come out last week and say something that I think is very profound. He said, we cannot put the idea of jobs over national security. And that's something that we as the American people need to think about. When you are electing a new governor, your governor needs to be thinking about foreign policy, about national security. This is not just about your state. Your state impacts the United States of America. So when we are allowing Chinese corporations on American soil, remember, they are not allowing the same in China. They're not allowing American corporations to buy land in China.
Well, you know, China pretty much has a monopoly on the raw materials needed for things like producing batteries, even wind technology. And that's something we have to have a come to Jesus about. If we want green energy, but we have to get it from China, we're going to be in a bad spot. Tudor Dixon, thanks for joining.
Thank you.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.